Hey guys, what is up? Here to review another movie review. Now, I've been pretty late for a while. I've been lazy, also because of school. However, I'm finally done. Holiday break started on Friday after like 11:30 on Friday, basically, because that was the last time I had my last final exam. And yeah, I ended on a good note. And yeah, we have holiday break turn 2, and I'll be going back on January 4th, 5th, 6th. I have no idea. Any of you are on the CFISD site for Fairbanks Independent School District, if you have a calendar on that, comment below. I'm not going to look up right now. Actually, it may be pointless for you to comment because I'll be looking at myself to know when I return home. Though I'm not going to turn back to school. But I don't know. But I'm here to talk about a movie. And this movie is Creed, the 7th installment in the Rocky franchise. I guess it's supposed like a spin-off / sequel. And it's directed by Ryan Coogler, written by him and Aaron Covington. Well, the script is written by them. The story was written by Coogler, based on the character created by Sylvester Stallone, though I don't really do that. Stars Michael B. Jordan, Sylvester Stallone, Tessa Thompson, Felicia Rasha or something like that. And it has other people in there that you may know, but I don't really know much, so it's not really worth pointing them all out. This movie tells the tale of a guy named Adonis Creed, who is Adonis Creed, and he is a son of Apollo Creed, who died in Rocky 4, and he has a good life for himself. You know, he's been living a troubled life, and he loved fighting, and he does a kind of fighting, but he also has a good job, and one day he decides to kind of quit his job, even though he just got a promotion. He moves to Philadelphia to practice boxing, and while there, he runs into Rocky Balboa, and of course he starts training him to be a fighter, and also he meets a girl and he develops a relationship with this person named Tessa Thompson, who's starting to lose her hearing. I forgot what she had. I'll probably look it up right now. But anyways, he basically tries to get trained, and he also tries supporting a relationship with her. Now, when this movie was coming out, I wasn't too excited for it. Yes, I do love Ryan Coogler's debut for Bail Station, which also had Michael B. Jordan in there, and he was fantastic in that movie. But I wasn't too excited because, number one, this is a spin-off film, and spin-off films don't always work. I just had this thing that, oh crap, maybe this would be a failure. Even as good Ryan Coogler is, I just feel like, yeah, this would not work. I don't know what exactly it is, but it just really got me a problem. But I was still, maybe there was some hope there. And once the reviews started coming in, then I got excited. Because number one, this has great reviews, and I thought, yes, this is it. I want to see the movie. And actually, I saw this with my entire family. We were supposed to see Love the Coopers, but it wasn't playing in theaters, which is a thank God missing that because I got to see this instead. I would have seen it anyway, but it was better seeing it with my family. Also, I saw it. Also, my sister's boyfriend came along with us. So yeah, the 5 of us. So yeah, 5 members of my family plus 1. A plus 1. Not a wedding though. 6 of us seeing a movie together, and we all enjoyed it, I believe. I loved it. It's one of my favorite films of the year, without a doubt. And even though, let me do some background on the franchise. I've only seen the first Rocky. I have not seen any of the others. I know people don't say the best things about 5. Maybe some people are kind of mixed on 4. I think some people like it more than don't like it. I don't know. Yeah. But this is a worthy addition to the Rocky series, in my opinion. And it's basically very satisfying. One of my favorite films of the year, without a doubt. I truly loved it. Though you can't beat the first one. You just can't. I mean that literally. Creed is just like what Rocky is. It's not about boxing. It's more about the drama. It's a drama. It's more of a character drama. It's just all about these characters and their lives, basically. It's really just based on the character rather than just, him winning a fight, which is basically ridiculous. It's just a character drama, and the drama here is very well handled. I can't deny that. Coogler did such a great job directing this movie, because being back in Philadelphia is just all the nostalgia you would want. Seeing Rocky again, references to the original would be great nostalgia for fans, and of course, you have Adonis Creed. Named after Greek people, I believe, or Greek gods or something like that, but all I won't deny is, fitting name. I like it. And I just this film's just a great drama, and it just has the feel of an independent film, but with a much bigger budget than I guess some independent films we usually see. And it feels more mainstream than an independent film, but it just feels like one for some reason. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what it was. Michael B. Jordan is fantastic in the film. He's such a great actor. And this is what he needs after the colossal critical and commercial failure that was Fantastic Four. I actually saw a steelbook at Best Buy. If you've seen my Vines, you'll know that it was just ridiculous. And how many they're trying to sell at the ones at the Best Buy that I saw. Do they think those can sell? Steelbook design's cool, but whatever. I didn't see the film. Don't want to. I may just watch it anyway, but I'll try and rent it off GameFly so I won't have to pay for it. Though those people GameFly paid for it. Oh yeah, I feel so sorry for them. They had to pay for a crappy movie. But luckily, I'm not going to pay to watch it. They may be selfish, but I'm paying them money to have my account keep going. So, but in all honesty, yeah, this is a great bounce back from a disaster of a film that he was in. And to be honest, he's just perfect for me. He is this great body build. He just looks like a boxer. He has a lot of build. He's built up very well. But he has a lot of good dramatic scenes. He and the chemistry with Sylvester Stallone, one of his performances he's given in years. Nice to see him in a truly good movie. And of course, I know he got nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor. And I would love to see him get nominated for an Oscar. He's that great. It'd be nice to see him get this guy's only been nominated for like 2 Oscars. That was for the first Rocky. Best Screenplay and Best Actor. I loved him. He was fantastic for me. You see a guy who's just suffering through so many issues in his life. Like, he's just suffered tragedies, and you see the sadness there, but he's such a great mentor to Adonis. And Adonis and Rocky, great chemistry. They're just such great trainer and fight boxer. I mean, it's just so great seeing them work together. Like, you really have like this father-son relationship. Though it's not really father and son, you just have that vibe going for it, and it's handled so beautifully. I loved it from beginning to end. I just can't stress. And also, of course, the boxing. Tessa Thompson's also great, and I do like the chemistry between her and Michael B. Jordan. They have great chemistry with each other. They have great dramatic scenes. The drama in this movie is very subtle, the delivery. It's not trying to be all big and bombastic and melodramatic. It has this subtlety and nuance to it that I think really fit well. If they tried going dramatic with it, it probably would take me out of the movie, and who knows, it could have been funnier. Could have been unintentionally funny or not, who knows. But Coogler handles the drama so well. But also, he's not afraid to give us good humor. There's a lot of good humor in this movie, and it works, and there's actually a lot of good humor. So there's some pretty funny moments. I can't deny that. I laughed a lot of times. And this movie's just true to the spirit of the first Rocky. You could say it kind of repeats a bit of the same formula, kind of like how Star Wars Episode 7 kind of is derivative of the original trilogy, particularly Episode 4 at times. I won't deny that, but I won't deny that this movie still stands on its own. Like, see, with Star Wars Episode 7, like I forgot to mention in my review, it feels fresh because of all the new characters, the way how the story plays out a bit, and it still feels like a Star Wars film. This film plays differently in terms of story, but it still feels like a Rocky movie, even if it is a spin-off. So that says something. It stands on its own. That's like what Episode 7 did. Stood on its own. I won't deny that this has some pretty good damn humor and some pretty good funny stuff. And I won't deny about that the destruction may feel derivative to some, but I won't deny it also works. What do you expect? I wasn't expecting much, so maybe I'm being too forgiving of it. Maybe the structure because, it has great reviews. No. Maybe you can accuse me of that all you want, but I won't deny it. I still think it's something worthy of the Rocky name, worth your time, and very fun. Also very heartfelt and emotional. Has great drama. And not to mention the boxing scenes are fantastic. And the film didn't really play the Rocky theme. It didn't have like a train montage similar to Rocky. Like, it didn't have like the Rocky, gonna fly now playing. No. It only had the Rocky theme playing. It only had that theme playing a little bit near the end. And yes, it had, of course, the walk up the steps. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. It's cool. But I also... it's very small things. Like a subtle nostalgia reference to it. And I won't deny it's handled well. It's not shameless. Like, oh, it's all in your face. It's just something... It's a cool addition. The boxing scenes are undeniably great. It's just... and of course, the first true fight, like his first professional fight, Adonis, is done all in one shot. It was fantastic. I mean, seriously, all this close-up shaky cam bullshit today, and all the quick cutting and all the multi-angle shots, No, this is what you should be investing in. I've always thought of making a movie that has a fight scene done in one take. And like an apartment building, like a guy being thrown through guy being kicked into a door. The guy who got kicked through the door spitting the guy who kicked him space. And maybe like a guy being thrown on top of a chair. Maybe a guy thrown on top of a table and it breaks. Maybe a guy hitting a guy with a chair. I've always thought of one scene also like where this guy hits him on the, like, you know that thing, that lid's to a toilet, not a toilet seat, but kind of toilet where it kind of has like, the flush mechanic and all that stuff. Taking that, hitting someone with it and probably killing him. Also a guy being hit with a chair and him just being knocked out for probably the rest of the fight or for a certain amount of time. Basically just have a lot of fun, a little bit of brutality, not like, excessively brutal, like Mortal Kombat! Not like that at all. Just a lot of people beating each other up until they get knocked unconscious. But whatever. I mean, seriously, that fight scene in one take was great. I loved it. It was handled so well. I mean, the camera never really stopped. And I thought, no cutting. There could have been some cutting. Some people could be that good with editing. I mean, people always like say, oh, Birdman's use of filmmaking. I gotta watch that film. I do own it, but I gotta watch it. But I won't deny this. The action is just handled well. There's, of course, the fight scene at the beginning of the film. That was not his first. That's his first professional fight. That's like the second fight in the film. There has to be like 3, I think, professional fights. The training sequences are also good. There's no real training montages. There is kind of one that kind of reminds me of it. That's somewhat reminds me a bit of Rocky in some way, but at the same time feels different on its own. I just liked how it was handled. I also do like, and the first fight was kind of cool. The third fight's also really good. The fight scenes are undeniably great. They're just so fun, and I mean, it's just such great fight choreography that just feels real and raw. It has a sense of grit to it, just like, I can't believe I didn't go through that in my Star Wars review. Like Star Wars Episode 7 had that gritty feel like the original trilogy had. Can't believe I didn't elaborate on that. But hey, rather than go back and just go crazy, I could probably elaborate on my spoiler review for it, or not. Who knows? In terms of issues of this movie, I find it very few and far between. There is one that people have talked about, and I'm going to save that to the end. Impression Blend is the same thing that I'm going to do right now. I know some people have been getting hate on her for a review, but that's her opinion. It's fine. Respect your opinion, Mariana. I just enjoy the movie overall. I mean, Johnson, I don't really care. If you don't like the movie, that's fine. If you like it, good. I mean, being so biased about it is ridiculous. I find it so immature. But there is something that happens with Rocky that I thought was kind of not really necessary. It did make for one good dialogue scene between Adonis and Rocky in a locker room. I don't know why I did that with my hands. It was a pretty good dialogue scene. And, there's one scene in the hospital, he's getting treated, hospital, that was also kind of funny, but that's really it. It wasn't necessary. Did it kill the movie for me? Maybe not. Could I be too forgiving of it? Maybe. But for me, could have been like shame. She said it was like shame. Mariana said it was kind of like shameless emotional manipulation, and I won't deny that it's kind of shameless. I don't know. Maybe they wanted to add more drama to it, and it just adds a lot more bad things to this guy's life. I mean, can't give him a break. I won't deny that not everyone will have the best stuff. I mean, can you just give him a break for a couple minutes? Or for once in his life? I don't know. There are some great drama scenes, and I won't deny that it's not like, oh my god, it's horrible. It just felt like something that was kind of unnecessary to me, but I won't deny that it didn't kill the movie, and I kind of got over that. And I won't deny that overall I was satisfied how the film played out after that. After I got past all that Rocky being sick and all that stuff. I won't deny that I still had a great time in this movie. This is truly the Rocky film that I never thought I'd get. It's a spin-off film that stands on its own, has great performances, great fight sequences. Like that one take, that one shot, that fight sequence done in one take, I will never forget that. That is truly glorious to see in the cinema. I mean, I just felt happy watching it. It's true to the spirit of the original Rocky. It's a worthy addition to the series. And seriously, you think after 7 installments it would just go downhill, but this proves that the series still has life in it. Still stories worth to tell. Are they going to make more? I hope that they have a very good team behind it. Do I think it's necessary? Maybe not. They may try their best. Hollywood likes to do that, but to be honest, I would like them to be a bit more mature. Would I like to see more? Probably. I mean, there's so much to get out of these characters, but at the same time, is it necessary? I don't think so. But nevertheless, I still love Creed, without a doubt. I loved it. It is a film that I was satisfied with. It's the movie that I've been waiting, that everybody fans probably satisfied with. This is for not only for Rocky fans, but also it's also introducing to a new generation of filmgoers who aren't familiar with Rocky. This could be a best way to start. You don't need to watch any other Rocky films to catch up on it, but I still recommend you watch the first Rocky first, and of course go through it and all that shit. And yeah, but I won't deny, if you're gonna start here, it's not a bad thing. This is a great film, without a doubt. One of my favorite films of the year. I can't get enough of it. All the few problems I have with it are so small, and I don't really care. I truly, truly loved it. Also, yeah, also, like, you can say, like, oh, what was the romance between Tessa Thompson and Michael B. Jordan? I liked it. You know, it's much more honest. You know, I mean, they have some. I mean, it's not horrible drama. It's like over dramatic or focused on it the most. It's focused whenever it has it, and I thought it worked well. There's good drama. It's not overdone. It's never like in your face or melodramatic. It's handled with a good amount of nuance, and you're attached to these characters, so you feel for them in their situations. And I thought, this is good. Thank you, Ryan Coogler. This is a great sophomore effort from you as a director and, of course, as a writer. I can't wait to see what else you have. And I think it worked. I heard he's working again with Michael B. Jordan again. So these guys, they ran the best in both when they were together. This is such a great second film for Ryan Coogler, and such a great second collaboration. Creed gets a 5 out of 5. I truly loved it. I would love to see it again. But I guess, I don't know if it's still playing in theaters. And I still have to catch up with other releases like The Good Dinosaur. I'll try, if I can find Chronicles in theaters, maybe I'll give it a shot. I'm just so happy how this film turned out. This is truly a big surprise, somewhat. But to be honest, the real surprise for me was The Gift, without a doubt. And now let's talk about the spoiler. Rocky getting non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Now, yeah, this is sorry. If you now I know it's coming again spoilers, but if you heard spoilers, I hope you left the video. I just thought it wasn't necessary. It did make for a good dramatic scene that wasn't overdone, but I won't deny that it wasn't all that necessary. Did it kill the film? No, not even close. It's just it's a small part of the film, which is. Yeah. It's just, that's what the only complaint I really have with it, but I won't deny, am I being nice with it? Maybe. But you know what? I still loved it. For me, it's still a great film. Is it my favorite film of the year? No. I don't know. It could be Mad Max Fury Road, not being high on Star Wars, even though I absolutely loved Force Awakens, but I won't deny this. It's still a great film. I recommend you check it out. Anyways, guys, comment below. What did you think of Creed? How would you compare it to the other Rocky films? What is your favorite Rocky film? Mine's obviously the first one. It's probably yours as well. Do you want to see more of Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan? Do you think this will get any Oscar nominations, like for example, like Best Picture at all? I'm not betting too high on that. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I'm satisfied. Thanks for watching, guys, and subscribe to my channel for more videos.